what's up everybody? This is Mike. Welcome back to another video. I hope you're doing well. And in today's video, I'll show you how I color grade my Mavic Mini footage, because in my latest video, which I uploaded just a couple of days ago, I showed you a couple of little tweaks which you can start doing right away in order to create cinematic footage with the Mavic Mini. And in that video, it seemed like many of you were really interested in the way I color grade my footage. So in today's video, I decided to not only give you more information about how I color grade, but I also decided to give away a free LUT for your Mavic Mini, just as a way to say thank you to all of you for the amazing support you've been showing me lately on the Mavic Mini videos. It seems like many of you are really interested in the Mavic Mini content, so yeah, of course I will keep making videos on that topic, and many more tutorials and tips and tricks videos are coming too. And if you decide to use that LUT, the only thing which I ask you to do is to subscribe to my channel for more content like this, and maybe sharing the video and liking and commenting. It's all up to you. But with that being said, check out the link in the description. It's the first thing you're going to see in the description. That's the free LUT which you can download for your Mavic Mini footage. And if you're completely new to using LUTs and you don't know anything about them, don't worry, as they are really easy to use. The only thing you need is a LUT loader for your video editing software. Nowadays, pretty much any video software supports LUTs. So the only thing you need to do is to import this LUT into your library, where you can load it and apply it to your footage. It's very easy to do, and I'll show you how I do it in just a few seconds. Let's go. So here we are in Final Cut Pro 10. This is my software of choice, and these are the 3 clips which I have selected to demonstrate how I'm going to color grade them with my LUT. But just a quick heads up, you don't need to have Final Cut Pro 10. Any video editing software nowadays has LUTs. So if you're wondering what to go for, check out DaVinci Resolve. I'll link it in the description. It's free and it has LUTs enabled, so you can use my LUT and import it over there and fine-tune it afterwards. So let's begin. These clips, as you can see, are the ones that are coming straight out of the camera, and this one is quite nice in my opinion, but I don't like the fact that the water is that green on this side too. But here where the sun is shining a bit more, you can see the greenish tones, and I don't like that, so we'll change it very quickly. Here on the next clip, it's just a regular clip. Keep in mind, those are clips in which I have used the lock exposure technique. I have explained that technique in my previous video about the Mavic Mini and how to create cinematic footage with it. So if you're not aware, I'll link that video in the cards and also in the description, so make sure you watch that too. And here is the final clip for my demonstration. In this video, I don't like the color of the sea, and we are going to slightly adjust it so it looks more appealing and also more cinematic. So the first thing we need to do is to select the clip which we want to color grade and go here to Color Finale. This is my color grading plugin which I use, and like I said, you can use pretty much anything that has the option to load LUTs. This is just my personal preference, so I am going to drag it here on the clip, and here we can open the control tab. When we open the control tab, we have some different tabs, but this one is what we are interested in, and that is the LUT utility. From here you can just choose a folder in which the LUT is going to be, and then you can select it. I've already done that, so after you choose your folder, you can just click on this arrow and you can see the Mavic Mini LUT, and there you go. That's the LUT, and it's purposely too strong. It's too saturated, is too yellow even. So that's in order so you can use it in any type of footage. You can always just lower the opacity of this specific LUT, and I personally tend to use it at about 70%, and already we can see the difference. Check this out. It definitely changes the colors. It adds a little bit more yellowish tones, so I'm definitely going for the teal and orange type of look. and you will see that in the upcoming clips too. So like I mentioned, I don't like the color of the water, so there is something very easy that we can do, and that is to click here on the 6 vectors, and this allows us to change specific values of specific colors. So in this situation, I want to change the value or the look of the green color. So I'm going to click on the green and change the hue to something more bluish. And right away, you see the difference. There is a massive difference. Of course, you don't want to go completely overboard to here because it just doesn't look that natural, but I will leave it to something like this. And the good thing is you can play with the saturation as well. You can just make it in a way that looks best for you, and you can also change the luminosity, which is the lighting of this color. If you want to, you can adjust different looks for the different colors as well, but for this specific clip we only needed to change the look of the green tones. And that's it. This clip is already done. If you see here, if I remove all the effects, this is before and this is after. And I quite like this difference. For the next clip, you are going to see even more differences being added to the clip, and we'll just do the same procedure. Open controls, go to the LUT utility, load our LUT, change it to something around 70%. Of course, you can go a lot lower. So here is without any LUT, and here is with the LUT at around 70%. I think it makes a whole lot of difference, especially in the color of the water. And check out these pier legs, or I'm not sure how they're called, but check out the difference in the color. It just gives them so much more presence and looks a lot more cinematic. So here we can do the same thing, and something which I like to do is to change the hue of the blue, and the blue in the water especially needs to be adjusted. As you can see, we can go a bit more to the teal color, and we can just lower the saturation, and that makes it look a lot more cinematic in my opinion. It just looks a lot more appealing and just better looking in my opinion compared to the original color of the water, which is right here. I personally would always go for something like this. And of course, if you want to, if this is too strong for you, you can lower the saturation of the yellow part, and you can see the difference it makes, or you can just oversaturate it if you want. The key is to not go completely overboard, and just make sure you are making small tweaks, small adjustments. They make all the difference in my opinion. And finally, for our third clip, I just really don't think the color of the sea is that good looking, and also here the pier is just too boring, too plain and boring. So we'll do the same thing. Once again, we're dragging over Color Finale Pro. We're going to open the controls, load our LUT, and there we go. We have a huge difference already. I'm going to lower this to maybe, yeah, the same. I would just leave it at around 70%. And here I'm going to change the hue of the water. I'm going to make it a bit more to the teal color and desaturate. This is the key. If you're making these changes, look what happens. If you go all the way to something that is too strong, it just doesn't look good. But if you desaturate this color, it makes it, well, not that strong. We need to move it a bit, but it makes a big difference. So check this out. Definitely looks a lot better, in my opinion at least. And if you want to, you can even lower it a bit more, just so you don't go too crazy on the colors. You don't want to have a footage that looks too fake or too saturated or just not natural. But to me this looks nice, and I'm going to desaturate the yellow tones just a bit, and we can change the hue if we want. We can make it more greenish or more to the red side if we want, but I personally like the orange and teal color scheme, and I'm going to stick to that. So that's pretty much it. As you can see, it takes literally 30 seconds to color grade with this LUT. And of course, you can use it in a variety of different scenarios, different lighting conditions. Make small adjustments and I'm sure you are going to see a massive difference, because personally I like my footage a lot more compared to the original when I add my LUT, and it just makes it that much more appealing and it just pops.